Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Get to my chat. Kathy Hand, thank you for being here. Linda Lemieux, Andre Gregg, Blue. Hello, hello, everybody. I just finally got it shared out. So let's get our P's in here. We're missing quite a few of you, but let's go ahead and go into our hearts. So hand on the heart. And slow down your breathing. And then add in the love. Breathe it right into your heart. And exhale. Think of something that just makes you so happy. Something that puts a smile on your face. It might be a person. It might be an animal or a place. Whatever it is, just hold it tight in your heart. Call in our P's. Put a hug around somebody virtually. And put the smile on your face that just shines out to the world. Hello, 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 hello. We got Brandy early today. Hi, Brandy. And no sleep here. And Gissy's still under the bed. But he did eat. Well, that's good. Good. So maybe he feels safe up under that bed. But he needs to come out and show his little sassy self. So how's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. It's kind of a hairy day, I guess, here in Louisiana. A lot of people doing hurricane preparation, boarding up windows and making sure everything is in place that won't get blown around on the outside. And yeah, just waiting right now. It's raining. It's been raining for a little bit. And I don't think it's going to stop until after this thing passes through. So for those of you that don't know, we are anticipating Hurricane Francine will be rolling through Louisiana sometime, probably late tonight is what they're forecasting. Late tonight, early Wednesday morning, it will be coming through and visiting our area. I think it's projected to be a little west of us, unless that's shifted. I haven't looked this morning to see what they're showing as the path of the storm. But I feel safe here at Sherry's house in New Orleans. I'm worried about all the outlying areas, the coastline, and the places further west of me that are on the bayou. Those are the ones that are going to get hit the hardest, I believe. So we had a meeting yesterday, and in that meeting that was led by Dr. Ruth Anderson, we envisioned the storm weakening and breaking apart. And we talked actually to the storm itself, and we talked to the soul of the storm and just asked for it to do no damage, to do no harm to anyone. So we'll see. And just hoping that the angels will guide it so that it either gently goes away a different direction or breaks apart or whatever it's going to do. So please hold us in your prayers today as we anticipate that happening and lift up our little Annie Banani, who is in that area where the storm will probably come in. So let's see who else came in while we were doing that. Deirdre's here. Charlie's here. Hello, hello. We don't have our Auntie Jean yet, I don't think. Brookie's here. Julie Kiss. Catherine Kovacs. Welcome in, everyone. And Deirdre, today you go to your primary doctor for clearance for surgery. Don't know how it's going to go. My surgeon has me scheduled for the 18th. He's concerned about the new damage to your right eye, and prayers are needed. You're always surrounded with love and prayers from us, from this family. We love you so much, Deirdre. So yeah, let's hope that goes with ease and grace. And we're just going to see you in perfect health. And a lot of people with insomnia right now, including myself, yeah, those moments of restful sleep are few and far between right now. I just saw a school bus outside, but I know they've shut down schools because they're doing evacuations from this area. So that was weird. And Catherine, your mom is full of fluid again. Hasn't been a week. They did not remove the cancer, so needing prayers. Oh, we sure will, darling. And is she doing any type of chemotherapy or radiation or anything? And I know the fluid buildup is, yeah, that's not fun. So I'm glad that they're able to relieve it, though, and that gives her some relief. Julie, that's my sister's name, Francine. Perfect name for that storm. Well, you talk to that Francine and tell her to behave. Is she a younger sister or an older sister, Julie? And we'll ask all Francines, everybody with that name, to tune in and just tell it to be nice and play nice in the neighborhood. Brookie, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, it was something that I started doing years ago because I've lived in Florida most of my life and dealt with these storms. And we have actually had success in meeting together, a bunch of us coming together and praying and meditating and just seeing that storm going a different direction or just fizzing out altogether. So if we all could hold that vision and hold that thought, that would be wonderful. Marietta, hello, sweet one. I'm so glad you're here. And Sally and Tony in the house. You survived the fair parade, barely, and keeping everyone in prayers in this path. Thank you for that. Brookie had the best weekend, and Dylan's family left yesterday. Oh, I'm so glad that was a good visit for you. Leo in the house. Jennifer here this morning. Hello. And Catherine's mom is not doing chemo. She decided to go the holistic route. Okay. Well, let's keep her lifted up and forefront of our prayers. And Julie, Francine is your younger sister. Her birthday is Thursday. Well, I think she's going to be dancing up a storm on Thursday in this area. She's like a storm herself. Look at that. Yeah. Fizzle out, Francine. I love that. Let's let that be our battle cry for this storm. Um, I'm not worried about it at all for me, for myself, or for this home that I'm in here at Sherry's. The only thing that concerns me, as it does with every hurricane, is power loss. So, and Louisiana has been through, as you know, some horrible storms, and it's been a while since there's been a direct hit from a hurricane. So I think they're getting everything prepared as much as possible. Shelters, they put out a call yesterday to shelter in place, and they're evacuating, like I said, some of the lower areas where the water is, and it's mandatory evacuation, but people sometimes choose to stay even when it is mandatory. Some people are stubborn. And Blue says, oh, yeah, Catherine, we're lifting up your mom, honey, and whatever is for her best and highest good. They won't take out the cancer unless she does chemo for 3 years. Okay, well, let's hold her in our thoughts and prayers. She has to make that choice, and whatever is for her best and highest good. Let's hope that she keeps a positive attitude and positive outlook. Good morning, Michelle Landers. Thank you, thank you. Julie has not been able to sleep at all and so sick of it. Anyone ever try grounding sheets? I've heard of them, Julie, and I've also heard of the blankets, the heavy, heavy blankets that you can get to put over you. That's supposed to help to keep you still and not moving around so much and going into the deeper sleep. So I haven't tried anything with the grounding sheets. I'm not sure how they work. Okay, Brandy's grateful for my peas and this enlightenment family. You all bringing so much light into my life. Oh, thank you for that, Brandy. I hear a little kitty cat. Hi, BP. Did you decide to come in out of the rain? He's coming in griping. So so he must have got a little bit wet out there trying to get back into the house. I think he stays underneath the house. They have a spot under there that they go to shelter from wind and rain. But I'm hoping that he's got the message to come inside the house during all of this. So if y'all can send some love to little BP. There he is. Hi, bud. Hi. I know. You want to come up here with me? Come on. Come on. The peas want to see you. They want to make sure you're okay. Oh, he says, I am not okay. It's wet out there. Come on. You want to come up and say hello? Oh, you are all wet. There's our BP. Come say hello. I know you're wet. You're going to get me wet. Say good morning to everybody. Aw, his little heart's beating so fast. Hi, bud. Okay. There you go. Yeah, you can sit beside of me. It's okay. There. I just love his little talk. He's so soft, but he's persistent. Deirdre says, sleep hasn't been easy for me either. Do we need to call on sleep angels? What I do, and most of the time it works, like right now when there's a lot on my mind, it's a little more difficult. But I always set an intention when I decide finally it's time for me to lay down and go to sleep. And that intention is that I am going to get rest, the rest that my body needs. And I ask for the best and highest good while I'm sleeping, if it's good dreams, if it's just a restful sleep. And I ask to wake up refreshed from that sleep. Most of the time that works. At least, well, my sleep is like a few hours at a time. I really don't sleep directly through, excuse me, coffee burps. It's rare for me to sleep more than 4 hours at a time. So when I do decide to go to sleep, I ask for the best sleep possible and the amount of time that I'm going to be sleeping. But yeah, you can call on those angels, ask them to help you and to look over you and put the protection of Archangel Michael over you as you sleep, so you will get some rest. Yeah, Catherine, we lift you up, honey, going through this journey. Okay. Yeah, let's do some readings from the Tiny Book. Let's do our Kuan Yin card first, and then we'll go to page 58 in the Tiny Book. Kathy, thank you. Oh, thank you for loving on BP. He's such a sweet little guy. You know, he has a gentle personality, and I love that. He has kind of the same personality as my Tazzy and exactly the same look as her. Solid black cat. And I think black cats are amazing. They really are. Okay, so Kuan Yin, her message is good fortune granted. Just as there are physical seasons upon the earth, your soul too goes through its seasons. Spring in the soul heralds a time of birth, new ideas, new inspirations, new energy to take action. New life, new connections, and new gifts abound. New life and good fortune are headed your way. Well, Kuan Yin has spoken, and that was for all of us. So let's take that, abundance, right? Michelle and I are teaching Think and Grow Abundant right now, and that just goes right along with it. Think and grow abundant, and let your thought be on that best possible outcome. All right, let's go to page 58. Kathy, I don't know if you had one in mind, but this one is really jumping off the page at me. You are never so damaged beyond repair that you cannot find yourself again. Wow, that is a short but powerful message, isn't it? Sometimes we think we're broken. We're not broken. We don't need to be fixed, and neither is anybody else in our life. And this is a big lesson for empaths, because we see others who may be making choices that are not for their best and highest good, those caught up in addiction, or those that are going down a path that's going to lead them into not the best outcome. All we can do is just release that and say, I'm holding you to the light, I'm holding you up, but thinking of our own self, the things that we've been through personally, it didn't damage us. It just made us stronger. We use those experiences, we use what we've been through as a guidepost for going forward. We know how to handle situations once we've been in it. I know how to go through a hurricane. I've done it many times over many, many years. I always listen to my gut. And there's only been 2 hurricanes that I ran from, for lack of a better word, that I evacuated the area where I was at. And I tuned in to my gut intuition. I tuned in to my guidance and said, okay, is it okay for me to stay? Am I safe where I am? And do I need to leave? Because evacuating from an area when there's a storm coming is not an easy thing. There's traffic, and that's the one thing I remember. Both times I evacuated, wall-to-wall traffic with everybody else trying to do the same thing, and then the roadways get clogged up, and you're stuck there for hours and hours trying to get to safety. So the time to evacuate in any storm like this is to do it early. Make your decision if you're in an unsafe place to seek the shelter that you need, whether that's in a shelter home, the places that they set up for shelters that are safe, or if you're going further away inland from the storm. But always use your gut in any situation. It doesn't have to be a big storm like this. It can be a little storm that you're going through in your life. It can be anything tumultuous. Just listen to your gut. Follow that intuition. Sally, you went through a mild one years ago in Texas. Yeah, they're not fun to go through. To me, it's the power outage that we know will come, because that's just what happens with high winds. And I pray, and I ask you all to pray for this area not to be so flooded as it tends to do with the water coming in. Sherry is she's in a good place here in New Orleans, and she said in all the years that she's lived in this house, there's never been flooding, and it is up, it's elevated, and I don't think there will be any flooding inside the house, but the streets will probably flood. And pray for that angel mobile sitting outside, going through this storm, that it's going to remain safe. And thank you, Julie Leah. Yes, let's use that battle cry. Fizzle out, Francine. I love that. Let's use that all day today. And Sally, you call on the sleep angels a lot and it works. Yeah, absolutely it does. And Catherine, Brookie's asking where the cancer is for your mom. And she has some info to send if you'd like some alternatives. Yay, thank you, Brookie. And Sally says, I haven't used an alarm clock in years. I asked the angels to wake up by 6 and they do it. Yeah, they will. We all have that ability to set an alarm clock inside of us. And usually it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't because I sleep so little and sporadically. Sometimes that 6 o'clock hour is the best sleep I get. But that doesn't happen so much anymore, not over the last almost 4 years. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is the anniversary. Tomorrow is 911. I don't know if I'll have power, you guys, because they're anticipating that storm to hit throughout the night. So I may not have power to be on with you all tomorrow. But if we do, let's celebrate 4 years of the Peace on Earth tour tomorrow and just the difference that it has made in my life personally. And I think for some of you, it's made a difference in your life as well. So just keep good thoughts tomorrow and positive attitude. If I'm not able to be on with you, I'll be with you in spirit and in thought if the storm knocks us out of commission for tomorrow for doing the morning show. All right, page 45, Sally says. So let's get back to some of these. Your potential is limitless, and you can do whatever you set your mind to achieve. We understand that letting go is the hardest part of the journey. However, that is where trust comes in. Sally, you picked this one, so don't you yell at me now. I love talking about trust anymore. Trust has been my journey. It has. If I had to sum up this lifetime with one word, it would be trust. And like this says, we have so much potential, but what holds us back is doubt, insecurity, thinking that we can't. That word is like fingernails on a chalkboard to me. When somebody tells me can't, I immediately stop and have them pause and pivot from that thought. So I encourage you, if you find yourself talking about a situation or something that you're you're wanting to do, but you feel like you can't, and you find yourself using that word, think of it as a 4-letter word, can't. And what the angels have shared with me so many times is what you are saying is, I choose not to. We all make choices every minute of every day. And if we're talking about ability to do something, now if it's a physical, you can't do it, that's a physical limitation, that's different. But if it's a mindset and you're talking about going through something or setting a goal and achieving it or having what your heart desires, throw that word out the door, please. Pivot away from it. If you find yourself saying, I can't have this, I can't achieve that, pivot away and do the exact or think the exact opposite thought. I can. Yes, I can have abundance. Yes, I can be strong through this fire that I'm walking through. that when we throw that word out the door and we don't even let it be a possibility, what happens? Our potential is limitless, and we can do whatever we set our mind to achieve. And let go of that limit, let go of that thought that you don't have the ability to do something. Have you ever heard stories about people that are able to lift a car off of somebody? Physically, they should not be able to do that, right? It's physically, as we would say, impossible, but nothing is impossible. And it does happen, and it's happened many, many times throughout our earthly time. And it's because you don't think, you just do. You just do, you just act. So we're being called to a higher way of thinking, that we're not limited, that we can achieve whatever it is that we put our mind to, that we have that passion for in our heart. It's ours. It's just choosing to do instead of choosing to say, nah, I can't do that. I can't have that much money. I can't have that house. I can't have that job that I want. That's the stinking thinking mindset that I talk about a lot. Pivot away from that. Just turn the other direction and say, well, why not? Why not? Wouldn't it be great if? I love that one. When you're thinking about achieving, just use that as your thought. Wouldn't it be great if I had the money I need to survive and thrive and have even more abundance over that? Wouldn't it be great if I got that promotion? Wouldn't it be great if things fell in place for me to have the um, the dream that I've always held of a career, a retirement, music, whatever, people, friends, love, whatever your heart's passion is? Wouldn't it be great if? And then just let that best possible outcome come forth instead of limited into, nah, that won't happen. I can't do that. Brookie, yes, I did say that. No, not for Cuppa, Brookie. We did that back in March. In March, we celebrate our anniversary of coming together as a family. In September, when I left Florida, setting out for the Peace on Earth tour, it was 4 years ago tomorrow. On 9/11 is when I actually left to begin the tour. And then right after that, the first land blessing happened in Tennessee, where Teri lives. And that was the very first one. That was the start of it all. But I left Joanne's house September 11th of 2020. So celebrating 4 years tomorrow. All right, let's see if there was anything else. And Julie, you're having a memo today. And yes, let's send prayers that all is well. And thank you. And Kathy says, yes, abundance. I love that message. And I'm finding my true self. That's what happens when we let go. We find our true self. We find that we can do the impossible, or what has been labeled the impossible. I am one of those people that wants to throw all labels out the door. If we didn't have labels for everything, wouldn't it be a different world? The labels limit us. They really do. And if you're going to choose a label for yourself, make it one that is wide and vast, and that has the feel of reach the stars. So if you had to label yourself today, what would that be? What would you choose as a label when you're talking about yourself? I thought about that because last year when we started with the 10 million for world peace, we were invited to come on this broadcast with a man. One of the things that he asked is, what's your word? You were to label yourself and say, I am. what would that be? And that's something that we don't think about very often, really. When somebody asks who you are or what you're all about, sometimes we start talking about the things we do or our work or being a wife or a husband or teacher or mom or dad or, we look at the external things. But if you were to label yourself, take a minute and think about that. And if you want to share, then share it. But what would you call yourself? What is that label that you would use? And just choose positive ones. Sound like I'm in a rainstorm. And the birds are. Oh, I think that was rain. I like the birds. Little birds. Here they are. Now we got birds back. Thank you, Jean, for letting me know. Okay. What else we got going on? Beautiful message. It certainly was, wasn't it, Julie? Uh-oh. We got noise coming from my phone. And Brandy says, I've never heard of sleep angels. How do you ask for their help? That's all you have to do. Those angels that are going to help me with sleep, that are going to guide me as I sleep, please be present. You don't have to know the names of angels. That's a human thing. We think that we have to always call something, that's the label, call something by a name, right? Some of our angels, like the archangels, we're very familiar with them. And universally, we refer to like Archangel Michael as the protector angel. Gabriel gives us messages, so he's our messenger. Um, Archangel Raphael, our healer angel. But not all angels have to be called by a name. You can just say, can I have an angel to sit with me through the night? We all have guardian angels, and our guardian angels would most certainly help with sleep. And yes, the Fae will help us sleep as well. Thank you for that, Blue. But yeah, just set your intention and put it out there. Do the ask. Can I have an angel sitting by me while I do my sleep time tonight? Okay, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, in Florida, that's a big thing when you're evacuating. But I know that usually they um, they do away with the tolls on the road while you're trying to get away from danger. I went through quite a few that were heavy. Sally, I ran from a category 4. That was Andrew many, many years ago. And I think David was another one that was pretty heavy that came through the area I was living in at the time. Okay, thank you, Brandy, for your prayers, and thank you, Sally. And Linda says, funny memories of you and I evacuating to a new place, driving down the dirt road, moss in the trees moving with a full moon, and it was very spooky. Yes, it was, Linda. I'm so glad that we were together for that. And yeah, lots of memories with you, Linda Lemieux. We've done a lot of girl time together. And Kathy says, woohoo, congrats, and yes, made a huge difference and continues to be a guiding light to me with the Peace on Earth tour. And I think it has touched all of our lives that are here. It's made a difference in many, many parts of the world where you are. Thank you, Brookie, for the prayers for all to be safe and well. And fizzle out, Francine. We're going to say that all day long. Good night, Irene. Yes, yes. Just go into a good thought before you go to sleep. Um, Blue said, I was listening from the shower. Julie Kiss, I was going to buy some grounding sheets and got interrupted by Gizmo and our current situation. I'm going to purchase them. I bet they'll be good for him. I bet they would. He'll probably love that. And Kathy, wouldn't it be great if I won just a piece of those mega millions? Hey, you're just entitled as anybody else to have it. And that's the thing when you're trying to manifest prosperity as your abundance, you're just as deserving as anybody to have that. And Blue says, I remember Cuppa started in March. For me, I think you were at, I was by the river. That's why we named it the Angelic River Family. And it was on a March day in the lockdown, and nobody knew what the heck was going on back in 2020. And I just reached out on Facebook while I was sitting outside listening to the birds and asked, is anybody out there, and how are you doing? And does anybody need help? Do you need support? Do you need emotional support? And that was the beginning of our Angelic River family. And then we started Cuppa from that every day, because you all asked for me to keep communicating and keep checking in on you. And it's been going on for 4 years, over 4 years now. And 4 years on the road. It hasn't been an easy journey, but it has been worth it. It definitely has been worth it. Okay, so some of you are choosing your labels, and Charlie's is blessed. I am blessed. Brookie's is friend. I am friend. And anybody else? Coffee refill. I am a coffee refill. Yes, sometimes we need that coffee, don't we? Okay, so Deirdre's starting us off with our prayer, and let me just put on here for you guys to type in your prayer request. I'm going to start listing those in the comments. And Blue is singing. She's not single. She's singing Fizzle Franzine, Fizzle Out Franzine. That's going to be our battle cry today. So, all right. So, Deirdre, thank you. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia, and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. That is our cry every day, up to the Creator, to hear all these prayers, and especially the ones that are heavy on our heart. And Sally, prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, the homeless, and for those living in fear of another, and prayers for a huge downgrade in this storm. Thank you for that. And Deirdre, Morning Cuppa has been a major lifeline for me. Thank you, Deirdre. It has for me too. You know, I'm the one sitting here on the camera, which I don't mind being on when I get up in the morning and just being raw and real with you all, because that's really the only way to be, right? To just show our beauty as we come into the world without filter. But it has been a lifeline, and it is something that I hold deep in my heart, to just always be a light. And that's what I want, is to always try to make this world a better place, even if it's one person that benefits from what I do, to make it a better place for all. And Blue says, yes, and then I harassed you and you came, and I am Joy. You are Joy. I think we need to change your name to that. And Sally's labels are free and blessed. I love that. And Julie is strong. Ooh, I love that one. Catherine is I'm creative. Jennifer is blessed. Julie, prayers for Teri and Annie and all in need of the need in the path storm. And fizzle out Francine. We're going to be saying that all day. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we know we're praying for Catherine and for her beautiful mom, praying for our Julie Kiss, our Blue, and our sweet little Gizmo. There's any others that you want to put in, Deirdre, with your health situation, Leo, with his eyes as well, and anyone going through your struggles and your trials right now, going through those fires of life, we lift you up. Joanne's here, praying for her mom. I haven't had any word today, but my friend Norman in Florida, his cousin is making a transition. He's in hospice and they're pretty sure. So I know he'll let me know as soon as that happens. And there goes Orlando. You get a little Orlando sighting this morning. He's going to go upstairs and hang out. Linda is resilient. Michelle is love. I love that. And Sally says, mine should be martini, shaken, not stirred. I'm vibrating so high today. Yeah. And Jennifer, thank you. Prayers for everyone in the path of the storm. And Joanne, prayers for baby Eris. The dad gets him to school late on the days that he has him. Yeah, let's pray for that sweet little one. Brandy, you're choosing brave as your label. I love that. Okay, well, I love all those positive labels. And when you think of yourself now, think of that. Think that thought, I am brave, or I am strong, I am a friend, I am compassion, I am love. Let's go into our hearts with that thought as we lift up any who's going through their trials and praying for safety in this area that I'm in right now. You know, there's no accidents or coincidences. The angels always put me exactly where I need to be. And they put me here in the eye of the storm to be a calming influence, I think, to call in the angels, to surround this area with love and light. And yesterday I had the vision of the strong, beautiful, brave angels lined up along the shore as that storm comes through and helping it to be the least amount of damage possible. So let's all visualize that. Let's visualize the angels as they stand and make a wall of safety. So we lift up these prayers, God. We ask that each one be seen, acknowledged, and that prayers be answered for the best and highest good of all. We may not understand the whole outcome, what things look like as we go through storms of life and as areas go through physical storms. We don't know the purpose. We don't know the meaning behind it. We don't know that something traumatic can bring about beauty, can bring about stories of resilience and love. So we leave all of the outcome to you, and we just come with open hearts. We put everything, all those prayers in our hands, and we close our hands as we pray for everyone on our prayer list, for every situation, for every animal, for all of nature. And then we release. We let it go. We bring it to the Creator. We dump it there. It's no longer ours to hold on to. Our hands are free of it. The burden is not ours to carry. And that is huge for all of us here on earth, because we have compassionate hearts and we want to help and we want to hold those burdens and love on them until they're no longer a burden. But just release. Just know that it's not ours to command the outcome. We lift it up to the Creator. Everything is about the divine plan, divine timing, and for whatever is for our best and highest good. For any going through your struggles right now, just know that you are loved. Kuan Yin says that love is the energy that heals. So we speak love, we speak healing over everyone that needs it right now. We send you so much love from our heart to your heart. And we just ask that you open to receive, that you think of yourself in a positive way, that you deserve it. You are worthy of receiving this healing love that comes through. Let it in. Just drop all that thought that you have to do it alone, you have to go through it alone. Yes, physically, you are an individual walking alone, but collectively, we are all one, and we are holding each one of you that needs that special touch right now, that needs that uplifting prayer, that needs to be heard. And that's one thing about pain. If you have pain in your body, it's your body saying, I need you to listen to me. I need you to pay attention to this part of you. So if there is something going on, just pay attention to it. Say, I see you, I acknowledge you, and now I lift you up to the Creator and I let it go. I just let it go with love, no resistance, no force. And that's what we're doing with Francine. We're just gently loving on that soul of Francine and saying, fizzle out, Francine. Just calm down, play nice, and just begin to feel the calmness. Let's all feel it together. Feel the calmness of that storm as it fizzles, as it dissipates. Do no damage. I love that. Fizzle out, Francine. We're going to be saying that today. And thank you all for joining with me in the prayer to just see this going away and not being an issue anymore. And for those who are anticipating it coming to your area, we pray for your safety. And we pray that you are seeking shelter if it's a situation where you need to do that. Okay, so let's love. That's what we have done for over 4 years together as a family. We love and we give gratitude, and we just are in the energy of trust as we come on here every day. So let me put up the words for us, and then I'll get Leo singing to us. And some of you have already started, and thank you, thank you. I see you. So here we go, and let me get Leo cranked up here with our morning cuppa. Thank you, Julie. Love you so much.
Because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go,
Come on, come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this
Thank
morning,
you, Sally and Tony. We love you.
peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be.
Thank you, Brandy.
Where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension.
Oh, Deirdre, we love you so much.
To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy
Yeah.
with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Hey, y'all.
Full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy.
Joy.
Give me a cup full of, give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the
Thank you,
coffee's
Jen.
always hot and the the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are a part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot for love.
Marietta, up. And where are we going? Come on, people, where are we going?
Thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
You know the answer to that question. I've been asking it every day. There we go, Andrea Greg. We are going higher yet as we go up to that higher plane. And we're going to rise above any fear that might come in from whatever's happening in any situation, especially here in this area where I'm at. AAA, y'all, that's what I've got with me.
Start the day on the high five because the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily
Thank you, Andrea. We love you too.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Y'all. Yeah, that is the answer. Where are we going? We are going higher yet. I love it. Joanne, you used the rice last night. It does work. Absolutely. All right, we're helping Leo here at the end. Woo! Thank you, Leo. And thank you, Peas. I love you all so much. You are such a blessing to me. And that's how I make it through the storms of life. I remember that I'm not alone. I'm never alone. You're always right here. Every one of you are in my heart. I love you immensely. And thank you for your prayers. Please keep saying that mantra today. Fizzle out, Francine. I love it. I'm going to put it out there all day long. And just watch as it dissipates with all of our love coming toward it. I mean, how can it stand up to the love of the peas, right? It's just going to feel that love and feel the calm and the peace that we send toward it. Have a blessed day, everyone. Stay in your heart. That's where I am. I'm in your heart. Can't get rid of me. Ain't no hurricane going to blow me away. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I'll let you all know how it goes if I can. If you don't see me on, then just know that Francine did something and knocked your power out. But we're not even going to entertain that thought. We're going to maintain the positivity. What's the best that can happen? Wouldn't it be great if our electricity stayed on the whole time? And I'm going to just pray for that and pray for safety for those in this area. I love you. Have a great, blessed day. Namaste.